And hello, everybody. Let me pause YouTube. Hey, guys, welcome. Look who I've got with me. It's Michelle, Astrological Tarot. And I am just really glad that you're here and you're back again. So thank you for coming.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much for having me, Scott. It's always fun reading with you. I enjoy it.
Yes, and Michelle is a faithful chatter, and I was thanking her before because she's like you guys. She's always in the chat and being so supportive, and a great moderator as well. So
Oh,
I'm
thanks.
happy to have you on my show. Very much.
Thanks. I love that I started in your audience before coming on your show. I think it's fabulous.
Yes, yes, it doesn't happen a lot, and that was special. So I'm glad you found me.
Me too.
So all right, so let's go ahead and say hello, and then Michelle's going to do some Vedic astrology stuff. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to let her do her thing here in a minute, but we'll go ahead and say hi. We have Jen from Joyful Journey. Hello. And there's that Jackie Jacaranda. And Ness is here. Says, yay, Michelle. And Kristen. Hey, Kristen. And Morella is here. Hey, Morella. And scrolling. Karen is here again. Hi again. And Ramon. Hey, Ramon. And Teresa is here. Hi, Teresa. Hedarian. And Garnet. Hey, Garnet. And Silent Victory. Hello there. And Jean from JR. Hello there. Got a lot of people. Thank you guys for coming out. I really appreciate it. And Get Through is here. Hello. Thank you. All right, that's who we've got now. I'm going to turn the beginning of the show over to Michelle, who's going to do her intro that she does on her show. So, giving us some information, I think it's great what she does. So, I've asked her to do that again. So, I'm going to be quiet and turn it over here to you.
Oh, thank you, Scott. Oh, it's so good to see all of you. So I'm just going to go ahead and go over just the next few transits that we can expect up in the sky. And this is the sidereal calculation. If you're not sure what that means, I made a video about it, comparing Western and sidereal. Okay. And I do both, but this is going to be the sidereal one. So Mars is in sidereal Aquarius until April 23rd. I made a video about that a couple of days ago. Definitely check that out because that's going to bring a lot of social reform, teamwork, technological advancements. I'm sure you guys are seeing that in the news. And then on the 19th, that's coming up in about 3 days, we have a Mercury Rahu, which is called the North Node, conjunction in Pisces. And this occurs in Ravati Nakshatra, okay, which is a very, very spiritual nakshatra. The reason I am mentioning this particular nakshatra is it's Sattva, Sattva, Sattva. A lot of us get our spiritual gifts here as light workers, okay? So if you're working in the light working community, or you're just a little more tuned in than the average bear, practice grounding because this can cause us to be lulled into deception, confusion in our communications and decision making. But it can, if we use it correctly and we're grounded through it, it can spark our imagination. It can up our intuition. It can lead to unconventional thinking, which promotes creativity and spiritual exploration. But you need to be grounded. Otherwise, if it's not tethered, it can get out of control. Okay, so collectively, this can prompt some societal changes, some innovation, some deep introspection. But again, it requires a lot of discernment to avoid misinformation. Okay. So if you welcome this conjunction's potential for growth, you can channel its energy into positive transformation and holistic thinking. And there are 2 mantras that you can do during this energy. And the first one is for Mercury, and it's Om Buddhaya Namaha. And the second one is for Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. And you can do that 108 times via a mala if you're feeling a little ungrounded on that day. And just imagine, focus on the Mudlahara as you do the mantra, okay? Because that can help you feel a little more tethered. And then we have Venus and Saturn, and they're going to be conjunct in sidereal Aquarius. And this occurs in the nakshatra of Shatabishak. So, personally, this can bring a lot of stability, discipline, pragmatism in our relationships and finances, long term commitments, practicality. However, it can also lead to coldness, difficulty in expressing our emotions. You can chant Venus or Saturn's mantras as a remedy. You can wear a diamond or sapphire gemstones if you have any in your collection. You can practice patience to help manage these energies. I like to wear amethyst. That can be used as another grounding and anti-anxiety based stone instead of sapphire, especially if you have a whole bunch of them. But collectively, this is going to prompt some societal restructuring. We're going to take a look at our economic stability a little differently, how we look at our traditional values, and we're going to be asked to be flexible to adapt to some circumstances in the next transit because it was an eclipse. So being really grounded up until the eclipse, the first eclipse on the 25th, is really, really key, you guys, so that we don't feel like we're floating heads. Okay. Some good mantras for that energy, the Saturn Venus conjunction, is Om Sham Shukraya Namaha. And that one is for Venus. And then for Saturn, you can go Om Shanishwaraya Namaha. And that's for Saturn. And those are very basic Nama mantras. There's longer ones and things like that if you want to learn those, you can go ahead and contact me and I can teach you them because I do a whole set of them every day. It takes about 40 minutes to an hour. So if you guys need any type of remedial stuff, I'm your girl. If you're feeling ungrounded, if you're feeling like, what the heck just happened? That's what I love about Vedic is there's always a remedy for it. There's something, there's an oil, or there's a gemstone, or there's a mantra, or there's a yoga exercise. There's always something that we can do to kind of find a remedy for the energies that we see coming. And I will be making a larger video on what we can expect from the eclipse, but it's taking place in sidereal Virgo and Western Libra. So look at what house that is in for you to determine how it's going to personally affect you. And then the April 8th one is a big one. That's next month, and I'll go into that in my shorts as well. So I hope that was helpful, you guys. That's just
That
a few
was
coming up. There's a lot, but
that was awesome, and I love how you said that. When there is all this ungrounding that's going on, that there's things that we can do to counteract it, and we're not just floating around, like you said. So I love that you have remedies for things through Vedic astrology. So that's awesome. So is sidereal and Vedic, is that the same thing?
Well, it's the calculations. So Vedic astrology uses the sidereal calculation, which is the real sky calculation. It's the actual math in the sky. And then it uses the
Okay,
nakshatra system for the constellations.
that's great. All right. Yeah, I know a little bit about astrology, but yeah, it's just a really tiny drop in the cup to what you know. So I like to ask questions.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Jonathan doesn't know
see.
basically anything. So he's like, I
Oh
have to
no.
be extremely simple with him. Like, even though he lives with me, he's just like, English, English. I'm like, okay.
That's funny. All right. So we've got a couple of questions here. Entertainment purposes only. Free readings are done in random order. However, donations, super chats, PayPal is down below, and super stickers, which are down below as well, with the dollar sign, will move you to the front of the line and give you a more detailed reading. Please put your questions in caps and emojis so that we can see them. No political, legal, health, or third party. And thank you all for being here. All right, so Elisa or Alyssa, I'm not sure how to say your name. I apologize, but I've got your question, but it's we may need to rephrase it a little bit because I don't do third party, so I can't tell you what Fernando wants you to know. But we can look at the overall situation if that's okay. Just let me know. All right, and I've got Lisa and Kristen. And let me see, I've got JR, Miss Moonlight. Now I know okay, I've got to go back and get Ness's question. I've got Ness, you'll go first. Thank you, Miss Moonlight, and hi. Thank you for your donation. Didn't get to say hi to you. And Yeah, so that's who I've got so far. And we will start with Ness. And thank you for your donation, Ness. Let me go back so we can get your question. All right, so we have kind of a three-parter here. So we're gonna I'll go ahead and read it, I guess, Michelle, and then we'll go from there and see what comes up. All right, is Ness here? I haven't seen her in the chat for a minute. I want to make sure she's here for this. So, yes, Ness is here. All right, here we go. Whenever you're ready, Michelle.
All right.
All right, having an experience and welcome your insights on what is happening. The past few days have been glorious spring days after weeks of rain, and I feel like I can almost hear the spring. I opened all the windows and doors to feel as if I am outside, and I hiked 2 days ago, and it felt transcendent. I felt like the past few days have been Reiki sessions. What is happening? Why am I so sensitive to this spring? It's like singing an opera to me, and it is so intoxicating. It slows time down. Well, that sounds like a really positive question. That's a good question.
So have you put together your card organizer yet, Scott?
No, I've
Okay.
got to do that. I have got to do that. Yeah, I'm not great with putting things together. The DIY stuff is, yeah, it's a challenge.
Okay. Well, I've got a few cards for you, Ness. I'm getting that this isn't a bad thing. You are ungrounded. That's the first energy that I got, but that's not unheard of because all of us are struggling with that, especially if you're tapping in. Okay. So definitely do grounding exercises. I recommend maybe breathing for you. All right. So I got Jupiter in the ninth house. You're expanding your consciousness. The ninth house is all about higher education. It's about the guru, and Jupiter is the guru. He's known as Brihaspati in Sanskrit. And so I call him the Santa Claus of our charts. Whenever Jupiter goes over a house or an area, he blesses it. And when I see him going over the ninth house, which he owns in your life, you're being asked to expand your consciousness and maybe pick up a modality, a spiritual modality that you have not been raised with. Okay. Like for me, I was raised Catholic and I'm a Vedic astrologer. That's an example. Okay. The reason I say that you might be moving into this new modality is that I got the recycle card from the creativity oracle. Learn from the past and apply it to creating your vision of the future. So I think that you can use a lot of the spiritual context that you have gained from childhood into young adulthood and into adulthood, and then start to recycle them and turn them into something new and vibrant, and that will help them evolve, because the second card I got was the evolve card, and you can see Saturn in the moon and the sun there. Creative ideas evolve out of the invisible profound nothingness of proverbial consciousness. That's how I feel like you're evolving. You're receiving messages from spirit, but you're going to have to find a way to not only recycle things that you've known from the past, but then allow them to help you evolve your consciousness moving forward, so that you then understand the signals, because I got the signals card, but it was upside down. So it's important that you go through this creative process and that you choose a modality that will help you get the signals. It could be a tarot deck or an oracle deck. It could be studying astrology. It could be getting into a yoga practice. There are so many ways to connect with spirit. It could be with pendulums. It could be with palmistry. It could be with Reiki. It could be so many things that you can use to connect. But they're saying that your signals and your wires are getting crossed because they're asking you to expand into a new way of receiving the messages. Okay, so they're saying there could be some communication problems coming through. Your intentions may be misunderstood from the other side. I had a dream about revisiting past experiences on a different take last night during Sun conjunct Neptune. That's gonna fog you. Okay, that's what Neptune does. He fogs us. He's kind of our Disney planet. Okay, so they're saying to really watch your communications and the signals that you're getting are real, but they're not being transmitted. There's like, it's kind of like a broken answering machine, so to speak. Okay. So you're mentioning intoxication. That's very Rahu. That's very Neptune. Um, I mean, it feels really good and cool, but when we come from this really ungrounded state, uh, it can involve, how do I say this? It can be a dangerous place to be because you're not seated in reality. Okay. So if you are going into spirit, if you are expanding your consciousness, you need to find tools and modalities that help keep you here and grounded so you don't get lost. Okay. A lot of swamis and spiritualists struggle with this. I mean, they reach a certain level of spiritual development and it's like they're useless. They forget to eat. Okay. So it's important that you do these grounding exercises. Otherwise, you could cause harm to yourself and things like that. Okay. So just allow yourself to evolve, okay, before taking all of this energy on, because you can get ungrounded. Does that make any sense? If your kundali's rising and you take it all on and you're really, really excited about it, and you don't have these things in place to keep you tethered, you could float away. So I did go to my self-care cards, and I got that there might be some crystals that you might connect with while you're meditating. And I want you to focus on your Mudlahara as you hold the crystal. Red jasper is a really good one. It really helped me when I was going through domestic violence. So maybe holding on to Jasper, focusing on your Mudlahara, and then asking Spirit, what modalities can I evolve into to help me stay more grounded as I go on these spirit journeys? Okay. And you might even consult a professional shaman or something like that to help you with the journey so that you don't flit off. Okay. I hope that was helpful, honey.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Michelle. All right. So see if I can follow that up at all. Nessa got pulled from different decks for you this time. So I hope that's okay. But I got the death card as the first. And this to me means that there's a big change coming for you. So I think that why you might be so sensitive is to get you ready for the changes that are going to be happening for you. I do see a positive change. You got the Six of Wands, which is the victory card. So I think good things are happening for you. But like Michelle said, I feel like there's some groundedness that needs to happen. You got the Five of Wands, not getting caught up in what others say and think or do, but instead taking the high road and just say, I'm going to stay at this vibration up above. Okay. And then you got the Moon. And so this is the links card. And I'll have to read it because I just got these yesterday. Morella gave me this deck, Michelle, this really cool animal guides. You probably saw it last night, didn't you?
I did. It
forget
was
it.
beautiful.
I
Yeah.
forget I'm talking to somebody who goes to all my shows. So
Yeah.
yes, you did see it.
And I love that the dolphin is one of your animals. I think that's great.
Yes, I love the dolphins. So it's important to trust your intuition, even if you're unsure of what's happening, and all will be revealed soon. So worry is unnecessary. So I think, like Michelle was talking about, being grounded and having some shadow work as well that you might be needing to do, I think is probably calling for you, and probably part of this feeling that you're getting of spring, because it can make you feel even more grounded when you're actually doing the shadow work and doing the work while you're feeling the way that you are. Then I've got the Chariot, and this is just a push forward and keep moving, keep going, and victory is yours. So um, I think it's something that will probably pass. But like Michelle said, I would highly encourage being grounded during this time. Let me get you an oracle card here. See what it says. Yeah, interesting. You got the seasons card. So we're just talking about the seasons now. So I think that the seasons are happening for you to give you a sign of what is to come, and that things can really change. You have an effect on things. You have free will, so use that. And I'll do one more. You got the moon again. Look here, got the moon twice. I get excited when I see the same cards. So a little bit of shadow work, and I think that that's going to make things much more grounded for you. So that's what I got. All right. Thank you, Ness. I appreciate you being here. All right, let me see. Miss Moonlight, you are up. Week ahead reading.
Okay. Miss Moonlight, I got a few cards for you. The first card I got was the third house. The third house rules our communications. So I would look to see what's going on in that house during the next week, because that's what your guides are pointing you toward. They're also pointing you toward your 11th house. So go ahead and look at that. Your third house is all about communications, emails, phone calls, electronics. It's Mercury based. Whereas the 11th house is all about your tribe. It's also the house of prophets. So they want you to focus on those two areas. The astrological sign I got was Cancer. Cancers are all about how you nurture yourself, how you protect yourself. They carry their homes on their backs. So it's asking you to look at this from a more heart-based emotional perspective. Scott just pulled the moon twice. Cancer is ruled by the moon. So you're asked to make some emotional growth or progress in these two areas of tribe, finances, and communications. So I think that's really cool that they're working with you on that. I don't know if this is the energy that I see around you, which I think is really special. Okay, Miss Moonlight, I got the Prince of Gems. Okay. So the Prince of Gems is, this is the same as the Knight of Pentacles. It's a very slow and steady, wins the race kind of energy. So this tells me that you're asked to step into these realms with a lot of patience this week, with a lot of patience. So, he's very honest. He's very hardworking. He's into, things like property investments, accumulating that nest egg. Patience is very, it's very much attributed to this particular energy. What it's telling me is not to make any impulsive emotional decisions in these areas regarding your communications, regarding your tribe. They're asking you to approach these areas with a lot of sanity, a lot of common sense, a lot of grounding. And they said expect perseverance in these areas as well. So this will allow you to become a better provider for yourself and others. And you're going to have a better idea of how to enjoy these earthly delights that we're all here to enjoy, but also rejuvenate you so that you can use them to help others and put them into work for the collective. Okay. So this is a great card to get. It's a very responsible card. It tells me that you can be trusted in that area. Then I got the Six of Wings reversed. Okay. So there's going to be some kind of a delay in the next week. It could be a delayed trip or cancellation that's going to create some challenges. They're basically saying patience is your word for the week. You will be tested in this area. If you prepare now, you can endure and persevere, take on the attributes of the Prince of Gems, and you'll be successful. And they're saying that what you believe about yourself and in life in general needs to change for the better. And that's what these experiences are going to teach you. And they're saying that a very calm and centered approach is the best way to get through these coming cancellations, delays, disappointments that I see coming your way. So I got some affirmation cards for you that you can carry into this energy. The first one I got is the child within. The child you were still lives within you and needs to play and feel secure. I breathe in the innocence of a child's mind and sees all things as if it were for the first time. I am filled with the childlike joy and zest for life. I breathe out the illusion of age. So if you feel like these delays, these disappointments that you see coming in the week are kind of starting to, how do I say this? Steal your joy. Do something that you did when you were a kid that made you happy. It could be coloring a book. It could be going out in nature and taking photographs of butterflies. Anything that makes you, it brings that child based joy into your life. Okay. And then the second card I got was you need to nurture yourself and those around you over the next week. I support and care those I care about those I care about. I support and protect those I care about. Um, yeah, Mercury and Pisces, it affects my chart. But so when I get this and I got the Cancer card, it tells me that you're a very mothering, very caring person. I know you are in the chat. You're always asking about everybody else, and you're always so kind. So this is just a little message for you. We all have the obligation to give our best efforts to support and protect those we care about. We each need to be strong, powerful. We each need to a strong, powerful castle for each other so that we can feel safe and be able to heal. So there might be some inner child work that you are asked to step into. And it will, when you do this, it can improve those two areas I talked about, the areas of your communications and how you pick your friends and organize your profits, because I got that third and 11th house energy at the beginning. I hope that was helpful. That was a lot, but yeah, your guides are really chatty. So
Awesome. Thank you, Michelle. Can you hear me okay? I feel like I went
mhm.
deaf there for a minute. Okay. Okay. Awesome. So let me put me in the hot seat. So we're getting used to the controls over here. Michelle's got them all down. I've got the Ace of Cups for you, Miss Moonlight. So overflowing love. Got the dove coming in here. The beginning of the uh, emotional experience of a good experience for you. So I think that things are going to be good, and that they can be roller coastery, right? When you get different readings. But I also got the sensitive page, which is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is known for abundance, but it's also very sensitive. And I want you to pay attention, especially to this card, because of the way the cards came out. Then you got the World, and this is the end of something and the beginning of something else. So I think that they're both positive, and it's just a big change is coming for you. You're at the end of something, and something else is going to take its place, but I think it's going to be positive for you. And let's see, look here, you got him again, Page of Cups. So that just tells me to pay special attention to your feelings and make sure that things that you're sensitive to are being honored, but at the same time, they don't have to necessarily be said, because it may be that your ego is just being very sensitive at the time. And if that makes any sense there. Then I got the Four of Cups. So make sure you look for every opportunity that's there. And Michelle had this. This is the Cancer sign, right? Right there.
Yes, that's
Okay.
it.
Yep. So you got the Cancer sign on here. So that's, again, sensitivity. So I think paying attention to things that are emotional for you, and make sure you have that emotional balance is very important. Um, Then you got the Underworld. This is like the death card, kind of, in a way. So don't want to make you feel like this is a bad card or anything. This just may mean that you need to do a little bit of shadow work, and go into your emotions and find out why you're feeling the way that you are feeling, and then try to bring that up to a positive vibration. You can do that by calling Archangel Metatron, who changes vibes, and he will help you with that. You also got the Share Wisdom card. Yeah, you're like Michelle said, you're there for other people. You have a lot of wisdom to share as well. So I think that the week ahead is going to be good for you if you can control emotions. So that's what I got. Thank you, Miss Moonlight. All right. I'm looking at the, give me 1 second. I'm looking at the chat here. A couple of people came in right at the end and I have closed questions, moderators. I've got JR, Alyssa, Lisa, Kristen, Darla, GT. There's a lot. We might not get to everybody. Joyful Journey, KK, and I've got Courtney right now. So we're going to do our best to try to get to everybody. But Courtney sent in donations, so she is next. And we will roll with that. How will the month of April go for me? This Moonlight said, awesome, makes 100% both of your readings.
Oh, wonderful. You're so welcome. Thank you for the feedback. We really appreciate that. So, Miss Courtney, they want you to focus on your career. And this is your destiny, where you're going, how you shine in the world. So I asked, what is Courtney being asked to work on in April? Because we know April's a bit of a dramatic month with the eclipse season. I got the 6 of Wings for you, but it came upright. Okay. So you're going to make it. You endured a lot of difficult times, and your challenge now is to shake off what you've been through so that you can make the most of the happy times that are going to come. So you need to change your beliefs about yourself and realize that you are now in a much better position than when you were in the past. You've learned quite a bit. So they're basically saying that you're more discerning so you can make better decisions. Yay. We all need that. So things are looking up. Give yourself permission to have fun. You have weathered the storm, so you should create those little moments that you can practice some enjoyment. Okay. They're saying a trip will do you a lot of good, and it may even lead you to meet a person that can become important to you. Okay. So this is my happy trip, moving on to a better life. Okay. So that's good. This is the same as the 6 of Swords. All right. So when it comes to the career, they want to let you know that you are extremely capable. I got the capability card. Okay. It's you can deal successfully with whatever challenges and circumstances arise. Okay. So that's something that they want you to focus on. And the horse stands out to me. It's a painted Palomino horse. So you might want to look up the meaning of Palominos there for you. But yes, you're very capable. This is what's going on in the spirit realm during the month of April. They're asking you to connect with your ancestors because there might be a few guides in there that would like to come forward and be a part of your team. Okay, you could go and you can get a Akashic Records reading. You can get a reading from anyone in the community, and they can help you. They can pretty much help you connect to those ancestors and get those messages because you have one trying to get through, at least one. So that's the main energy that I see for you. And then they're also saying that there's someone in your life, and if you reveal your innermost self to them, your bond's going to deepen with them. Okay. So if you're worried about letting that person in a little bit further into your emotional landscape, they're saying that that particular person is safe despite what you've endured in the past. So I hope that was helpful, and I'm excited to see what Scott's got for you.
All right, Courtney. So I've got the 7 of Air, and this is the same as the 7 of Swords. So just make sure that everybody is who they say they are, that there's no deceit going on. You can see the bird's got the keys there. So maybe watch out for your keys. I got this reading last night, and someone in chat said, watch your keys. Make sure you know where your keys are at. So make sure you know where your keys are at. And then you got the 8 of Cups. This is walking away from something that no longer resonates. So I think as long as you're getting rid and clearing your energy for something new to come in, that you've got positive things happening. You got the Judgment card, which is like a wake-up call, but for this one, it's more of a life purpose. You can see it's got his musical instrument there, and is playing the instrument, doing his life purpose, something which makes this person happy. So do something that makes you happy. You got the 5 of Cups. Don't worry about spilt milk. Instead, just focus on good things and the cups that are still upright. And I think you do this anyway, but this is just a reminder, I think, for you to look on the bright side and be optimistic. Yeah, walking away from my birth family and new, come and connect with real and loving family. Yeah, I agree completely. You also got the five of swords here. So, um, again, walking away, I think you just said it, and the cards just mimicked it. Walking away from something that's no longer resonates with you to something that does. And that could be, you know, true love, the love of your family, of your adopted family. I am running a trail event, 25 kilometers on 420. Wow. Wow, that makes me tired just thinking about it. But I know you got this, Courtney. So that's awesome. I'm going to pull you one Oracle card as well. Ooh, ancestors. So maybe looking back over your ancestral lineage and finding out about some of your ancestors or those who have passed that you did know. Maybe some grandparents or great grandparents, I'm not sure. But maybe some ancestors. And I think that this, I know that this can mean your adopted family or your real biological family. I think it's probably your um, adoptive family. And I think because I think that's your real family, you know, so I think that's where you can do some ancestral work and um, find out some really neat things about your family. Okay, so that's what I got for you, Courtney. Thank you for being here. Of course, we love having you here. All right. I know there was a couple of donations. I appreciate those. I just want to make sure I have those right. I have Kristen and Lolima, who both gave donations. Anybody else, let me know. Otherwise, questions are closed now. So thank you for everybody's question. I want to make sure I said that though, if I didn't already. And we're going to go to Kristen. He's a famous poet, Robert Lowell. All right.
Okay, I was wondering who this next question was because I did get the writer.
Wow, did you?
Yeah, I got the King of Wings, and so I was wondering, and oh my gosh, I got a ton of houses too. So, um, Kristen, I got the first card I got was the fourth house. This is the house of real estate and the mother. Then I got the 10th house. This is the house of career, responsibility, and how you shine in the world. And then I got the third house of communications and writing and things like that. And then I got the fifth house of creativity and children. So my karma cards just exploded for this person. So what this also tells me is uh, these are all of the areas that one your guides are asking you to kind of focus on, but at the same time that maybe this person can kind of help you with some obstacles in because they tend to be channeled into all of these houses when it comes to your life. So the house again would be like real estate and mother. The 10th house would be career, how you shine in the world. The third house would be the way that you communicate, and the fifth house is your divine creativity, children, things like that. So a lot of energy around this particular person and what they mean in your life. Okay. Um, so I went to my creativity oracle, and the first card I got was the obstacles card. So do not dwell on how you're going to surmount obstacles that are presently in your way. So I'm thinking, okay, what does that look like? So I got, and it said there's some kind of contest. It says be yourself fully, and you are without compare a true winner and the only contest that matters. And so I'm like, okay, so there's this contest, there's these obstacles, and what this person did, you said they were a poet laureate. They were able to basically conquer all of these areas, the communications, the creativity, the career. He was successful in all of these areas because he took on the contest and he conquered the obstacles. So this is a fantastic energetic being. Um, the overall energy that I got around this person that they can help you with is they were very diplomatic. They understood history. They had a lot of common sense. They had a broad understanding of human nature. They could solve problems. but they also possessed the wisdom to know what was best for everyone when they solved the problem. And he had bipolar, yeah. So basically, do realize that a lot of the issues that we have mentally in this birth can be caused by the nodes. We're about to hit eclipse season. The reason why astrologers and people mention eclipses is because if someone is born during eclipse, like Donald Trump, like Ted Bundy, and the soul is not quite ready to take on that really heavy demonic energy, because that's what it is. It's a very dark tamasic energy. Rahu is the head of the demon, Ketu is the tail. That's the north and the south nodes. If they're not ready for that energy, the demon takes over. So a really, really strong soul needs to be in charge of some of the nodal energies. But once we drop the body and we're out of this human experience, we're no longer under the influence of these nodes, and we can see and how do I say this, process things on the spiritual side of things much, much better, because we're not being how do I say this? Limited. We're not in the limiting adjunct, which is called the human body. And sometimes when we have a lot of nodes on our moon, especially, it can cause issues in a person's physiology. So basically, I got this up right. So what this tells me is, on the other side, he might have been a little upside down, but he managed to persevere and get through that obstacle, and especially all of those areas, despite his bipolar, and get right side up. Okay, so he can help you in this area. He is relationships can be second nature. Um, let's see. He's a free thinker. He has really sharp philosophical insights. There is a chemistry between your soul and his because of the family dynamic. It's a very quick mind, very mature air of authority. And again, I love that this card is it kind of has a Shakespearean character on it, and Shakespeare had his Mercury in Ravati, which is what I just talked about, the conjunction coming up with the North Node and Mercury and Ravati. And that's Sattva, Sattva, Sattva. It's the lotus. It allows people with Mercury and Ravati can, how do I say this? They can transmute a lot of the spiritual messages and then get them out. And Shakespeare had that. So a lot of his plays, a lot of his sonnets were literally just divinely recorded. He was basically automatically writing and just transmuting that stuff from spirit. And I get a lot of that energy from your cousin too. So just know on the other side, his mind is free. He's doing much better over there. Things make a lot more sense. But Dave, definitely take a look at his chart and see where the nodes are there. And that could indicate where he might have had some problems. If any of the areas are being aspected by a node or are conjunct, it can cause some issues there, but he don't have it now. So here's some advice that he has for you while you're here in the human body. He wants you to meditate a little bit more. I am meditating to be aware of the only rhythm of our breathing, slowly out and in. This is the way of meditation. I breathe in the stillness beyond time and space. I am filled with nothingness that contains everything. I breathe out my mind's chatter. So he pointed out that you have a very chatty mind. He goes, there's a lot going on in there. He goes, I did too. I can help her with that. So when you're meditating, if you feel like your mind's getting chatty, ask spirit, ask your guides to come and help you calm that. Okay, because they're there, but you have to ask them. Otherwise, they can't do anything for us. Okay. Then I got, this is another card that he has for you. I surround myself with beauty and positive people. Use this gift when the world seems a frightening place or when people refuse to support you in your positive efforts. Remember, your actions to improve yourself are threatening to those who want to control you or resist improving themselves. Use beautiful art, music, and creativity of all kinds to remind you of how wonderful and enjoyable life is. That's why I think I got that fifth house energy. This is a very creative person, and he can help, and he's encouraging you to be creative as well, because that's some of the energy that you have on the other side too, spiritually. So let's see if you said anything. Oh, your nine never shuts up. Okay. So that's what he said. Very, very chatty Cathy in there. So yeah, that's the advice that he gave you to kind of help you with the energies coming your way and moving forward. But yeah, cool guy. Thanks for introducing us.
All right. Thank you, Michelle. And let's see what I got here. So, Kristen, I got the Six of Pentacles. I think he just wants you to be balanced and keep the scales, balanced there. And you've got a lot that you can give to people. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, because you said it in the chat, that you've been getting a lot of readings about being a writer, and that's exactly what I'm feeling as well. Got the Knight of Wands. That's the creative knight, the one that comes in with all the creativity and the passion. And you got the Eight of Cups. So walking away from something maybe that you can put aside so that you can have this as something that you can put as a priority as well, the writing. So um, I'm thinking he's telling you to look at things from a new perspective, and that positive things will happen. And maybe just look at, um, the balance of the things that you're doing and how you want to balance them out. Yes, you got the same card twice. You got the Eight of Water, which is Eight of Cups, which is moving away from someone or something that no longer resonates for you. So, in order for you to bring in this, you need to walk away from social media. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you on that one. But you got this Ace of Cups. I think is something that doesn't resonate with you anymore. That it needs to be dealt with because you got it twice, and I think it will bring in something new, like writing, like tarot, on your channel again. Whatever it is that is in your mind, and bring that creativity um, in so that something positive can come out of it. I've got for you the transformation card. So transforming, and this is kind of like the death card, but it's in a positive way, of course. Transition, transformation, a change is happening for you. So definitely with the Hanged Man and the Butterfly, you got a change coming in. And then you've got the Creator. So for me, this is the Ace of Wands, and this is just being creative and passionate as well. I think it goes hand in hand with this, with the Knight. Only this is a brand new opportunity for you. So this is something new for being the creator and being like the Ace of Wands is how I'm reading that card. All right, so that's what I got for you, Kristen. And thank you for being here. Thanks for your donation, Kristen. I appreciate it. And I saw that Darla, I think, donated as well. So I've got you, Darla, no problem. And you'll go after. Um, I'm glad I wrote it down. Lima. Right. And I think she said, Darla, did you, or Lima, were you giving us extra information, I think, that I might have missed?
They said the guide said meet the parents, something about that. Because I got her parents in the reading. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think she did say something like that.
Okay.
I didn't catch exactly what you said after this, Lima, if you were going to give more information. Oh, there it is. Just wanted to clarify for my question, is a guy my parents want me to meet.
Okay. Got it. That makes sense because the parents came up in the reading. So, okay. They said treat it like a business meeting. Okay, Lalima. So I got Capricorn. Come across this as from a very practical, down to earth perspective. Think about your goals. Think about your day-to-day life. Is this someone that I can practically see myself with for many, many years? Okay, so this would be like a long-term business investment. This would be like taking on a clinic of your own and having to carry it around for decades. Okay, so treat it like a business and take it very slow and be very cautious with the meeting. Don't take it too fast. Okay. What I do see going on with this particular energy, this person, and the energy that you have with them, is that you're both incredibly busy, or you're going to be tested by a period of incredible busyness. There's going to be a lot of change. There's going to be a lot of instability. So the hectic pace that I see with both of your energies together is it can make you a little irritable or nervous. Okay, so they're saying don't focus on two or more things at once because that can cause problems right now. And you might want to ask if he's dating anyone or or considering another relationship, because when I see the two of pentacles reversed, it could be that this person is maybe juggling. It could be too much in their life, but it could also be more than one relationship. Okay, so just make sure that you're on the same page there. They're saying that being flexible is going to be really important, because they're saying that when you're pulled in too many directions, you can get easily drained. Okay, so you may not be able to keep everything going and pick up the pieces and start again if you're feeling like that you're being pulled. Okay, um, this is a very changeable energy. Okay, so make sure that you avoid that, because that's the block that I see with making this particular relationship successful, because your energies are just very they're a lot on both sides. Okay. Um, I got that mom and dad, this is the emperor and the empress. Dad, he's using logic and structure to increase your success. He's very organized. He's a very firm but compassionate leader. He wants this to really, really work out. And mom, she's like, it's time to take action. The like success, he can offer you a life of luxury. That's kind of what I'm getting from mom. It needs to be your decision. They even have it like the 10 of Pentacles is what they want for you. I've got this financial security of your children and loved ones, making wise investments, planning for retirement, honoring family traditions. This is where the parents are. So they're all about making sure that you are as grounded and capable with this meeting. Okay, because they're like, whoa. So that's why I think I got the Capricorn card. They're literally going into this like it's almost like a business meeting. Okay, um, this is what you need to take on, and that they're kind of looking for, that will help with the overall meeting. Okay, I got the King of Wings, but he came up upright this time. So he is he's got a quick mind. He has a mature air. He is he uses his head over his heart. So they're saying to you, don't go into this from an emotional standpoint, because the other people aren't. Okay, they're coming at it from a very financially Capricorn, almost business-like air here. Mom's a little excited. Dad is like very like structured, organized. So let's make this happen. Da, 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 is what I'm getting from him. But you need to kind of take on the role of, you know what? Uh, I'm going to take my heart out of this. I'm going to think with my head. And is this someone that I can like share philosophical knowledge with? Is this someone that um, I can be in a relationship with, on a mental level, okay? Because that's what's really important. You don't feel interested, okay? That's why I said that. This needs to be your decision. The parents are excited, but this needs to be your mentation, okay? Because your guides, I mean, every time I pull cards for you, honey, they're like career, career, career. So, um, I understand that parents, they kind of see that marriage is it's just another stabilizing point in our life, but you got to make sure it's the right person for you, because it can destabilize it otherwise. Okay. Here are some cards for my Art of Affirmations to help you with the meeting. The first one I got was I am a dreamer. When we awaken to our ability to create our own reality, all our dreams are possible. I breathe in the manifestation of my hopes and my wishes. I am filled with the knowledge that my dreams can come true. I breathe out doubt and despair. If you don't like this guy and your parents are just like fawning over him, be like, look, no matter how great you think this person is, if he's not going to work out for me, it's not going to work. That's just, you got to be honest with them. The second one I got is Goddess of Perseverance. I accomplish anything I put my mind to, and I know you do because you're super successful. Use this gift when you doubt your intelligence, your memory, or your ability to achieve your goals. You seeing all the yours and the my's in these cards? This needs to be your decision, okay? Your situation is largely the result of how well you blended your logical and intuitive faculties to direct your actions. Several times a day, focus with relaxed concentration on the mental image of what would like to see come into being. That's why I got the King of Swords. This is your mentation. This is your decision. And I feel like the parents might be pushing you a little bit there, okay? They're doing it because they love you and they want you to be financially secure and have beautiful babies and live in a castle, which is great. Okay. The emperor and the empress, they want the best for you, Lalima. But you got to set some boundaries for you because you don't want to end up with an unhappy marital situation that, even though it could have a great family and riches and children and all of that, if you're not happy mentally or emotionally, it's like living with strangers. Okay, so be honest with yourself, take on that King of Swords energy and just be blunt. I can't live with this person. Okay, if that's how you feel. If your mind changes and you feel that you can maybe philosophically connect with them, just take it slow. That's what the Capricorn card is all about. Slow and steady. Don't push it. And if you feel like you're being pressured, you let him know and you let your parents know, but you don't appreciate that. I know that's hard, especially with certain types of families, but that's why I got the King of Swords for you. They're pushing you a little bit. They're like, go, Lima, you can do it. Okay. And you can do it with tact. I know you can. Okay. So I'm sending you lots of love and best of luck with the meeting. Okay, honey.
Thank you, Michelle. That was awesome. So I held this card up. I don't know if you saw it, but when she was talking about the parents, the emperor and the empress,
Yep.
I pulled the father card.
There you go.
This is the father. So I think that, yeah, you might be being influenced by your parents and what they want from or for you,
Yeah.
but it's really important that you have the strength within you to make your own decisions. So I did get the lover's card. Now, this can be a decision as well, whether, this might be coming from your parents and saying, well, this is it. And you still have a choice, though. The lover's card is about making a choice as well as, you know, finding that right person. Then I got the Two of Wands. It made me think that you should manifest your own person that you want.
Mm.
And if that is the person that, comes into the meeting, then that might be the person for you. But if you're not interested, it probably means that you need to focus on something else or someone else. And then you got the King of Pentacles. So I feel like your hard work, this is just like a side note, your hard work is paying off. And Source just wants the best for you. Spirit wants you to be happy. And so don't settle for less. And then you got the Magician. You have all the magic inside of you to make everything come true that you want to. Just know that you got all the elements. You got the wands, you got the swords, you got the cups, you got the pentacles. Everything is right there, and you could just reach in and find it, and then you'll be happy, and you will be with someone who is makes you want to celebrate. So that should be the person that you're not the person that you are not settling for is the person that's going to make you want to go celebrate just because you are in their presence and you're around them. Okay, so I think that good things can happen, and just make sure that you're using your own strength to decide what it is that's best for you. All right, so that's what I got, Lima. All right, thank you so much. And we've got one more donation. Then Michelle, we might do a lightning round if that's okay with you.
Sounds good.
After this one here, Darla, we got yours. I need to find your question though. There it is. Put Michelle over here. She's fast on the draw.
So, well, I have time when you're giving your readings, so that's what I love about reading with other people that are like good like us, because we can go back and forth and help each
Thank
other
you.
out. It's so much fun.
Thank you.
So, and I love the readings we're getting, Scott. They're resonating, and yeah, I'm just enjoying this. This is so much fun.
Awesome.
Okay. So, Miss Darla, what is my specific calling? I know I'm an empath. I have other gifts I'd like to strengthen now, love and light. You're being fogged. I got the Neptune card. So there's something that is ungrounded right now in your practice that could be why you're wondering what that specific calling is, because if you could just sit down and meditate, your guides could tell you. Okay. So I went to my fairy tarot because that's what called to me for your situation. So I got the 7 of summer. No more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision, confusion that arises from over analyzing the options. So if you're feeling a little inundated with all of the different and various modalities out there that you can try, just pick one, give it a shot, see how it works uh, with your energy and with the other things that you know, because that's what they're having you step into. They're also having you let go of some belief systems that are holding you back, because I got the life experience card. This is the same as the tower. Let go of belief systems that no longer work for you, an important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. So what this tells me is there's something material that needs to be released before spirit can enter. If you look at the traditional tower card, you can see that the crown is like on, it's basically been blasted off the tower, which represents our material life, and it's open. The beautiful thing about that is when we take off that material crown, we can replace it with a spiritual one. And that's when we enter into the star. So there are some things materially that need to be broken up out of your life to make room for spirit. It kind of reminds me of the Japanese vase technique, where if there's a vase or a piece of porcelain that breaks, they put it back together and they fill in the cracks with a type of gold epoxy that actually makes it stronger and more beautiful. So basically, what they're having you do is break up parts of yourself so that you can allow more spirit, more of the divine in. Okay. So you have some ego work, some shadow work. I got the moon. That's just doubles down on what I just said. It's powerful, intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. The moon is also a card of illusion. When it's reversed, it's more based in clarity. So when I see you doing a lot of this so-called material shadow work and letting spirit in, I see your intuition improving and I see the epiphanies coming in. A great example is a lot of women, especially in American society, if they grow up in a very traditional Christian background, they're not able to step into their practice. They're not able to do their moon magic or their Reiki or their astrology or their fill in the blank because it's seen as demonic. If there's anyone in and around your circle that doesn't support your practice or what you're moving into, they cannot be a part of that moving forward. You're going to have to set extremely clear boundaries with them because they're not going to support the direction that you're moving in. Nothing against them. They're just coming from a different modality. Okay. And dogma gets in the way of spiritual advancement and growth, and it can cause you to uh, it can affect your self-confidence in moving into new spiritual modalities and connecting with your guides. Okay. So those are just a few blocks that I see. I can definitely see you moving through them. Um, I did go to my Wild Goddess Oracle for some more clarifiers. I got the butterfly, again with transformation. Allow yourself to leave behind the past and what is no longer necessary so you can truly be the person that you have worked hard to become. When I see the butterfly, especially in a woman's chart, or a female energy's chart, it usually tells me that there are people in and around the environment that are discouraging you from being the true you. And those need to be, whether it's a voice in your head or someone actually in your environment, they need to be, there needs to be some boundaries there. Okay. Because that one, you're not going to be able to come out of your chrysalis. Otherwise you're going to be in that broom closet. Okay. They're also saying that I got the mermaid. Look below the surface of your emotional reactions and know what is really going on, for things are not always what they truly seem. So I think that's why I got once you let go of some of these material restrictions, you knock that crown off and you let God in, your discernment and your intuition are going to go through the roof, literally, because there won't be a roof on it. Okay. And you're going to be able to really look deeply into your circumstances moving forward. That's what they're asking you to do. I pulled a affirmation card for you, so that as you go and you're doing this shadow work and you're working through this very empathic energy, I got the goddess of transformation. That seems to be the main thing that I'm seeing. It's that butterfly experience. Okay. I take my time and rest, relax, and rejuvenate. Use this gift when you are hurried, pressured, or overworked, or believe you cannot take out any time for yourself. No matter what your situation, you will handle any challenge better if you are well rested, fit, and healthy, and if you take the time to do the job correctly. Do not let exhaustion and self denial turn into an accident, injury, or disease. Enjoy life more. So, what this tells me is that the Neptune energy, it's left you so distracted, it can be dangerous. Pay attention when you're outside walking around. Look down, look where your feet are. Look around, look at your environment. Don't look at your phone. Don't be up in your head. Look around, okay? Really try to ground yourself when you're outside, when you're driving, when you're walking down the street. That's good advice for all of us. But that way you can avoid some of those accidents what comes from being fogged by that Neptunian energy that I see. Okay, I know that's a lot. I'm excited to see what Scott says, and I'm sending you lots of love, Darla.
All right. Thank you, Michelle Marie. So got some double cards here as well. We got the lovers. And so you know that you're an empath. This can also be really important with your relationships with other people. And this could be a friendship, a relationship, it could be a business partnership. But I think that you have that gift of being an empath and really being able to see the true intentions of other people. So just hold on to that for 1 second. And then you got the Seven of Swords, which is interesting. It came in here. This might just mean that you strengthen your gifts by getting what you need, taking what you need. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a trickster card. I don't think this is in this case. He's looking around to make sure that he has everything he needs to make this a colored situation instead of being black and white. Okay, and making it positive. And then look here, you got the lovers again. So something's coming in here as far as love and relationships. Again, this could be a friendship. Um, how I've been doing Dark Night of the Soul. Yeah, I'm going to get to that in a minute because I have something that goes with that too in the next cards. Um, but this again, I think, is about being an empath and being able to judge or not judge, but see other people's feelings and being able to feel their feelings, I should say. So when you're doing that, that can make you close to another person. Just make sure you're not taking on their energies and you know the difference between yours and theirs. Okay. Yes, I get this from a relationship I just ended. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. That makes sense with the Eight of Swords. So you may have felt that you were trapped a little bit and, you know, just that things were not very good for you. Um, all you have to do is open up the cage and the bird will go out. So then I got one of Michelle's cards. I got the moon for you as well. So this is where I was going to tell you about shadow work. You're talking about Dark Night of the Soul. They can be similar, but shadow work is voluntary. Night of the Soul just kind of happens, and you have to get out of it. And you have to learn your lessons. Shadow work, I think, prevents the Dark Night of the Soul because you're actually going in and you're seeing what you know is the problem and changing that to a positive energy instead of leaving it at a negative energy and having it affect everything you do. So, changing your vibes, asking Archangel Metatron to change those vibes from negative to positive. I think that's how. That's one way, and the way that Michelle was saying as well, that you would like to strengthen your gifts is going to be make room for them, make room for them. And I think you got a lot of love to share with people around you. I think they're very lucky to have you. You're a very genuine and loving person with both of these lover cards. And then one more for you, drifting. Interesting. So don't feel like you're just, you know, drifting down. Instead, you kind of go with the flow, is what I'm being told. And yeah, I think that you have, you know, good things coming in. You just need to focus on them and focus on steering your boat and being in control of that boat instead of letting it drift out to sea, if that makes sense. So staying in control, I think, is another way that you can do your gifts and be happy with that. So that's what I got. Thank you, Darla. All right. We've got one more donation, and then we'll do lightning rounds. Just came in from a question that was already here. So it's Elisa or Alyssa, I'm not sure which. Um, can you let us know how to pronounce your name? Is it Elisa? And Darla says, thank you, Michelle. Blessings to you.
Oh, you're welcome, honey. And thank you for being the mod with the most, Jackie.
And Elisa or Elisa changed their question. And it's, will Fernando and I reconnect in the future? What's his intentions, or why are we not in contact is what it's supposed to mean. So she said why we are not speaking.
Okay, so the guides really have you focusing on Taurus and your fourth house. So the fourth house is all about real estate, mother, what makes you feel secure. And Taurus is all about your savings account, your material assets, things like that. So they want you more focused on your material existence than you are on this particular relationship. I thought that was interesting. And that this also might have been the block that would have occurred if this had gone through. Okay. The reason I say that, oh, I'm a Taurus and my mother, okay, and a mother and in school. Okay, so that would just be your energy. I I get really good energy from you. Okay, I'm just gonna tap into you. Okay, because you're the one asking the question. I got that you've endured really difficult times, and the challenge now is just to shake off what you've been through, so that you can bring more happy times to come. Okay, you need to change some beliefs that you have about yourself and realize that you're in a much better position for love right now, and that you can be a lot more discerning now and make better decisions about who you choose to have in your life. So you've weathered the storm, enjoy the moments. You're doing the work, and they're saying that maybe taking a trip or a little vacation just for you could be really helpful. When you do that, I got that life is just going to blossom for you. I got this beautiful 10 of gems energy. It's the same as the 10 of pentacles. When you put yourself first, you're going to attract the person that, there you go, Scott got it too. You're going to attract the person who puts the entire family's need first, not just their own. Okay. So, and you might even meet someone on the trip. Just saying, because you're going to be in such a great space there. What that's going to allow you to do is make a better decision. Okay. You're going to be at a crossroads, but it's going to be a position of power this time. You're going to make, break, or even take a relationship to the next level. But they're saying to take some time out before you act. Planning is going to be really important to make your future relationship successful. They're going to say, okay, what are they saying? They're saying contemplate where you are, where you've been, and where you want to go and with whom. So manifestation is very important. And they're saying that you need to take a pause before going one direction or another. Don't just like go like you did last time. Okay. Um, if you're in love with two different people, take it slow. Okay. Don't decide immediately, and come from a place of commitment and intimacy when making your decision. But yeah, they're saying there could be two people. That's interesting. So what's then I tapped into the energy that would have happened if you stayed in this relationship with this person. Okay. Um, I got that it could have led to some codependency. Okay, I got the 9 of gems. Okay, because you weren't really in the right place to have a successful relationship at that time. That's why it didn't happen. When I get this reverse, this is, I think Scott calls it the spa day card, but it's the 9 of Pentacles. I call it the independent woman. Um, and it's very much along the lines of someone who is, who's very independent, but it's upside down. Okay. So you might have not have felt secure enough in the relationship or fully been able to fully be yourself. So there could have been some codependency here. There could have been some beliefs, some promises, some priorities that went against what was required for the to love the last. And they're saying that you might have neglected your health a little bit. Okay. Um, so yeah, it would have not resulted in the best of outcomes in that particular time because you just weren't in a good. Both of you were not in the best headspace. Okay, for it to work. It would have led to some disappointment, and I feel like you're feeling this right now. I got the 5 of shells. You feel you've left behind or have to leave someone else behind, but know that your guides are saying it's for the best. You need to understand that rejection, disappointment, and indifference can kind of help you in this area. Realize that you're through this disappointment that you can gain experience to help ensure that future success that I saw with the 2 of wands, that the 2 of roses. So they're saying try looking at the glass half full perspective rather than that glass half empty. Again, the 5 of shells is the same as the 5 of cups. So look at the cups that are still upright. Okay, one of the cups that is turned over in the Rider Waite version is poison. Okay, so um, examine your thoughts and what led you into that situation to begin with. You may be carrying some old baggage from that relationship, and it'll prevent you from sorting out your mixed feelings and making honest choices for the new person that I see coming for you. Okay. I hope that was helpful. Know that it's a journey. You're doing the work. It's going to take some time, but I see good energy around you, and what happened was really for the best. Okay.
Michelle, I have a question for you. I have never heard that before about the 5 cups where one of them was poisoned. Did you say it
Mhm.
was that upright one or a one that's already
It's
spilled?
knocked over and the liquid is green instead of red. So it's not wine, it's
Wow.
poison. Yeah. So
Wow, I've
sometimes
never
we can
heard
be
that.
disappointed that something didn't work out, but it would have poisoned us. So it
I
was for our
love that.
good.
I love that. I'm going to use it. All right.
Go ahead, yeah.
Okay, Elisa, I've got more of the same. There's a change coming, so I think that this is for the best. It's for the best that there's a change. It says this, expect a sudden positive change in your life. So this really is for the best. You've got the King of Fire, inspiring, dramatic, ambitious, wise. So I think you're going to find by being with yourself a lot of self love. And I think that that's going to make you stronger as a person to where you're over your domain and you're able to focus on you a little bit more. Then you got the 3 of Earth or the 3 of Pentacles. You got 3 Pentacle cards in a row. So that makes me think that maybe focusing on a job or money would be something good for you right now. And this is usually working with others to um, make something, come out of your, what am I trying to say? There's something will come good out of what you're trying to create. And so this is like a first prize you can see on the dog there. And then you got the 10 of Pentacles, which Michelle got also. So I just think good things are coming in for you. Um, just remember that how you feel right now about this person might not be how you feel with them in the future. And just to make sure that you are not compromising what you want in someone, right? Because then you get the 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Earth, and you got the Kiwi here. And I'll just read what it says. It says, your success and prosperity have allowed you to pay off debts, acquire wise loans, or receive a grant or scholarship. In return for these belongings or for these blessings, be sure to share the wealth with others through donations of time or money to reputable charities. So I think this is about you being generous and taking your time and doing something for other people, but taking your attention away from this relationship. I just don't feel like it's um, the best for you. And especially if you're asking and there's no contact, that usually means it's time for you to go find something different. And not just a relationship, but embrace being single for a while. Embrace doing the things that you want to do and that make you happy besides someone else. Just do it for you. Okay, so let me get you an oracle card here. You got a higher perspective. Yeah, yeah, just what we were talking about. You need to look at something in a different way. So kind of like that Ten of Pentacles or the Hanged Man. And then you got manifestation. So manifest what it is that you want, what you want to see in this change, and look to your highest to see which is better. Um, and I think you'll find that being alone is being by yourself doesn't have to mean that you're lonely. And when you're with someone, doesn't mean that you're not lonely. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And that's what I got for you. I wish you lots of love and light. And thank you for coming with your question. I appreciate it. All right. Let's get back even here. Michelle, I keep having people who are already on the list give donations. Is it okay if we do one more?
Of
And then
course.
before
Yeah.
we do the lightning
Yeah.
round here, all right. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. So it's Joyful Journey. Thank you for your donation, Joyful. Joyful Jen. All right. And a reading for spring for me. Okay.
Okay. So Joyful Jen, you got a lot going on in the spring. The number one thing that they're focusing you on is if you encounter stressful conditions that involve overwork and too much responsibility, they can prevent you from clear thinking. So I can see what I saw was other people putting their responsibilities on you when I pulled this card. So define your goals really clearly, or it will be difficult to carry the heavy load that's on your shoulders. So don't become overcommitted. Okay, even though I know that you're a very responsible person, um, it's a good time to share your burdens with others, and you may be expecting a little too much of yourself. Okay, so there's a pattern of your past of that they're trying to remedy in this area. Okay, and the main thing that they said is going to be kind of a positive. Kind of a positive bent in this is I got the sun. You need to ask for support. So if you feel like you are dealing with that 10 of wands energy and it's a little much, ask for support and you will receive it. Okay. The reason I bring up that this is necessary is I know you started a new job, so and you could be tested by some of the people there. So I asked for another clarifier card and I got the nine of shells reversed. So they're saying this is my wish card, but it came up upside down. So they're saying be careful what you wish for and what you wish and how you wish for it. Okay. Because you could be manifesting as well. Um, this could be a difficult time if you're kind of used to getting your way, but they're saying that incompatible options about um, possessiveness is what they're showing me, and materialism can kind of create some problems. And this is outside of you. So someone might try to buy your favor, is what they're showing me. They might try to sabotage your attempts to make positive changes. So they're saying don't fall into their arrogant behavior because that can work against what you're trying to do and your goals. Okay. The reason I say that was I asked for another clarifier card, and let me pull that one. I got the five of gems reversed. Okay. So you could be feeling left out of the party. You need to kind of learn to cope with the stress and the anxiety if you're going to improve the situation. Um, they're saying the developing the ability to balance logic and intuition is vital now, and that's what they're going to teach you through these set of experiences that they're showing me for spring. So they're saying don't spend time worrying about what happened years ago or what will happen in the future. Just be very present. Okay. And they're saying that don't obsessive thoughts can keep you from living well. So try don't try not to overthink things, especially when you get home. Too much focus on your problems or trying to find solutions to the problems is just going to drain your energy. So take little steps when if you wish to go forward, even in the face of fear. And they're saying if you're dealing with any type of panic or anything like that, or anxiety, then cognitive therapy or professional help, entertainment purposes only, is always a helpful thing. Okay. Um, so uh, this is the card that you could bring into the affirmation for spring. I got the optimism card. I see the good in everything I see. Is the bottle half full or half empty? Of course, it is both. And we can either see the lack or rejoice in whatever fullness we are blessed with. A positive attitude is crucial if you would like to live well and heal. I think this is all good for a lot of us because I feel like a lot of this is the eclipse energy and how it's going to affect you. Okay, Jen. We're all going to be tested during the end, basically the end of March and into April. And whenever planets cross over the eclipse points, we're going to be tested again in those areas of our charts. So, looking at the house that the lunar on the 25th and the solar on April 8th affect you, I was just doing that and seeing what's going on there because I think I just covered that a little bit for you. Okay. Um, I hope that was helpful. Know that you've got this. Uh, it's a test. It's going to improve your character and just make you an overall better person and help you set better boundaries too. Because I feel like what your guides are telling me is that you tend to do other people's homework and carry their baggage, and they're trying to encourage you to stop doing that. And that's in relationships, it's in the workplace. It's very common for empaths to just do it so that, everybody's happy, but it doesn't work out in the end. Okay. So I'm going to be a senior administrator and responsible for training. It does sound like a lot. Ask for help. That's why I got the support card from the sun. Okay, that's why I got the sun. It's a lot of responsibility. So make sure that people in the workplace are not giving you their projects and using you like a workhorse, or that you're not. I mean, you're just doing what is in your description. If you feel like they're going outside of that, then yeah, and this goes with relationships too, Joyful Jen. Okay, so goes both ways. So I'm excited to see what Scott has for you. So I know you don't start till May. Actually,
Yeah.
Jupiter goes into Taurus in May, so you'll want to look at that too. So there might be a shift of energy there as well. So that's good. Oh, it is about your current job. Okay, well maybe that's what I tapped into, because I tapped into the energy that's currently around you. So definitely just be aware of that a little bit. But I did say spring, so that's until June.
All right, and I'm going to pick up right where Michelle left off because she left off with boundaries. And in fact,
Hmm.
you just said boundaries, Jen, in the chat. And look what I got. The very first card is the Seven of Wands, is the boundaries card.
There you go.
You have to have your boundaries, right?
Can't make this
You
stuff
have to,
up.
yep. And you see the thick skin on the alien as well. It's um, not going to put up with a lot. I used to call this the badass card when I was learning about tarot, because it's you can be a badass. Just make sure that you have your boundaries up and don't let anybody cross them, and make sure that you're you know doing that every day, and make sure you're celebrating with others. Celebrate this new job that you're getting, and just know that that's going to be something that's going to be really powerful. I think it's going to be a really good change for you. You did get the Two of Air or Two of Swords, and this, as Michelle taught me, this can be the meditation card, right? So when you're just taking down the blindfolds and then realizing to go with your gut. And that came up a couple times in your reading, is to go with your gut instinct. Then you've got the Two of Wands. So making your future for yourself, and writing out your plans, and just going for it, right? And then you got the Ace of Cups, overflowing love and just good things coming in. And you got that fish in a cup again, so you got abundance. There's abundance of good things coming in for you, right? And then there is a void, it looks like, that maybe in your life, but I think that it's going to be filled soon. And the way that you're going to fill it is by asking your body or your gut instincts, like we were talking about, going with your gut with the Two of Swords here as well. So yeah, you got this, and I'm so happy that you got a new job coming up. And I wish you all the best, lots of light and love to you. That's what I got. Jen, Joyful Jen. All right. So, Michelle, how would you like to do the lightning round? Do you want us to take one each, or would you rather we just both do one and do like half of the reading that we have been doing? How would you like to do it?
It's totally up to you. I just go back and forth on my show, or we could just make them quick. So,
Okay, let's do that then. That sounds perfect. And the first one is Jean, JR.
okay.
And I haven't seen a couple of these people in the chat for a while, so let's make sure. Jean, are you still here? You're welcome, Jen. Yes, Jean is
Yay.
here. All right. And Lisa M., if you'll let us know that you're here as well. You are after Jean.
So,
All
would you
right.
like me to take Jean or Lisa, or how are we doing it?
Oh, you want to go back and forth like that? I'm sorry, I
Did you want to go back
misunderstood
and
you.
forth, or do you want to do the same? Just let me know.
I don't, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
How do you usually do it?
I usually do one, and then the guest does the second one, but it's it's your
Okay,
show, honey.
I
It's totally
misunderstood
your show.
you.
I'm just trying to make sure which one you want to do.
Yeah, let's do that one. Let's do that one, and I'm gonna let you take Jean if that's okay.
That's fine. That's fine. All right, Jean. So I got some good cards for you. I got one. I got the perfectionism card. So this is something that I believe, because I did a 3 card spread for you, just to make it kind of make it quick. You know how to make the people around you feel special. Okay. And you said I'm emotional connection, soulmate, twin flame, past lives together. Okay. So work steadily toward your vision, and that will bring you deep satisfaction in the love department. A relationship can form as the result of your creative interests, is what they're showing me, because that's how you connect. If you're wise in your approach to your relationship, you'll come at it like a skilled craftsperson. Okay. Um, don't think about the results or the rewards, just do the work, is what they're showing me. Study this person, learn as you work. Attend to the details of the relationship with love and skill, but avoid perfectionism as you do this, because I believe like the Eight of Pentacles is literally, he's working on the pentacles with a chisel and a hammer in the traditional Rider-Waite. So if you treat it like it's almost like a job, like it's something that you are very focused on, it'll do well. It's like when I am doing a chart for somebody, or I'm playing music, or I'm doing something like that. I'm so in the moment that it's like it's 6 o'clock and then all of a sudden it's 10 o'clock at night. It's that kind of work. Okay. It's so focused that you lose track of time. Okay. That's what's going to make it successful. When you do that, there's going to be a lot of reason to celebrate. You can have fun. It's party time. I got the 3 of shells. So don't be alone, no matter how important your work seems. Okay. When you get into a new relationship, enjoying yourself is just as important as working hard. Opportunities abound for wonderfully romantic days and nights, so take advantage of them. Put your worries aside and just feel gratitude for the gifts that life is giving you. And if you're looking for a new relationship, or just a basic new kind of connection, go on a trip or attend a celebration, and you might meet someone there. So just make sure that you have happy people around you. They've got good vibes. Speak your heart about whom you think is important to you. Do what makes you happy. This is the celebration card. It's the same as the 3 of Cups. Okay. So this is a time to give thanks and just enjoy the best that life has to offer. Okay. Because when you do that after the celebration, this is your future card. I got the 3 of Roses. Hello, opportunity. This is the ships coming in card, the 3 of Wands. So allow yourself to feel happy and upbeat with or without a reason. Okay. Try to be open, uninhibited, adventurous, even if you're a little shy. Okay. Um, Use your connections in your network to call in favors. And you need to become more aware of the opportunities to improve your love life and relationships. Okay. Because there's a lot of them out for you, especially if you cover those 2 things that I just talked about. So, more people than you're aware of are attracted to you. Okay, Jean. And someone may leave. How do I say this? You may find an opportunity for romance with someone you have never thought about in that way. They'll leave you a little like, whoa, how did that happen? Okay. So you may have to find a balance. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. They're saying that you might even have to balance more than one relationship. Okay. So when you open up that door, you do some of the work that we talked about, avoiding the perfectionism piece, treating it like a skills crafts person, you're going to step into a much better energy when it comes to the emotional connection. Okay, with the soulmate, the twin flame, the past lives. It's going to help more in those areas. Okay. I like that study. Okay. Yes, I'm a perfectionist. Yeah, people don't like to be nitpicked. I'm just letting you know. If they're in a relationship, just assume that the person has some flaws. Then we're there to help each other with them, and that you have flaws too. Um, and that yes, it's great to work on those, but don't zone in on them. Don't make them the focus. Okay. See them, but don't make them the focus. Okay. They just gave me an analogy. So it's like, imagine that a world leader is giving one of the best speeches, like Martin Luther King or something. And it's just like, oh my gosh, all the cameras are on this person, but all you can focus on is the zit on their nose. You can't hear a thing they're saying. All you can do is focus on the zit on their nose. They're saying, stop focusing on the zit. Look, pay attention to what the person's saying. Okay. Because I notice a lot of Virgos tend to do this and I have Venus in Western Virgo is we can just like narrow in on something. And it's like, we have to like scale the lens back and try to gain a better perspective of the situation instead of zoning in on the issues. Okay. So I hope that's helpful. Okay, Jean.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Michelle. And I will take Lisa. And if GT get through, if you can let me know if you're still here as well, I appreciate that. All right, Lisa, here we go. Will accepting a job offer Monday be good for me or send me backwards? I've got the Four of Earth. This is the Four of Pentacles, and it's just talking about being cautious. So I'm thinking maybe being cautious of what you choose to do and really look at the fine print of the job offer that you get and read everything. Make sure you really understand what kind of job that it's going to be, what it's going to require of you, and really make the decision if it's going to be making you happy. Okay, because then you got the Four of Cups, and this could be missing an opportunity. So this kind of takes me in an opposite direction and says, maybe look and see that this is the right job for you and you have that opportunity. So I was kind of going back and forth, but then I pulled the Sun. So the Sun is about um, joy, success, and doing the right thing and having whatever you decide is going to be the right decision. So I don't think that if you sign the job offer that it will send you backwards, but I also think if you decide to go with something else that you'll have another opportunity. I've got both, and that's what I see. And I see that you're going to be happy no matter what you decide. So just make sure you're looking at the details. Okay, make sure you got those details in there. All right, and let me get you an oracle card. You got power. Yeah, you have the power within to make this decision. Just go with your gut. And really, what that is usually the first thing that comes to your mind is your gut decision. That's spirit talking, not your ego talking. Okay, so I hope that helps, Lisa. That's what I got for you. And Garnet, I did not get your question, and you may have not put emojis around it, or I might have just missed it. So if you will put your question in real quick for me. And I'm not sure if Lisa, thank you, by the way, for your question and for being so patient. GT, is GT still here? Yes. All right. Okay. And then KK is after GT. All right.
Okay. So get through. You're going to be going through some emotional stuff in the next 6 months. I don't have your chart clearly because I don't have you're not a client, but my cards are basically saying that pessimism can stop you from making your success real. Okay, so that's something that they're asking you to step into. Someone you care about may not be feeling very successful or respected over the next few months, or a reward or goal that was expected will be diminished or delayed in some way. And with the shells, this tells me it's more of an emotional energy. So it could be interference from friends or relatives that can complicate things. And they're saying that worrying about trying to fix really frustrating and dysfunctional dynamics and family interactions are just a complete waste of your time and energy. So if there is a manipulative or unstable person that it's affecting your reputation or kind of getting in the way there, um, don't waste your valuable emotional energy on this person because it's not going to be that great. Okay. I got the 8 of shells. This is my sacrifice card. It's also a big no card. You need to be aware of the physical, mental, and emotional sacrifices that are going to be required of you regarding these next few months. And I think that's why I got the success reverse card and some of the emotional upheavals that I'm seeing. Um, before taking action, you need to ask yourself, is this worthy of my efforts and my sacrifice? If you're bending backwards for people and they're not even meeting you in the middle, you need to just kind of walk away. Okay. Um, I'm seeing emotional outburst. I'm seeing some frigidity. I'm seeing stuff like that in the environment. It's a little bit of a dark night of the soul. Okay. So, learning about self love, self nurturing, because the emotional upheavals in and around your environment are going to bring up some of those things for you to work on. Okay. And these are all good things because that's what eclipse season does. That's what these difficult, like we have a Saturn Mars conjunction coming up. We have Mercury going through Gandanta and through retrograde. We've got the eclipses. We got a lot of energy, challenging energy in April and heading into this year, especially for Mercurians. So what I got was just if you're going through these things, breathe. Don't waste your time and your energy, especially your emotional energy, on people that aren't going to change. They're just going to cause more drama. Okay. I got a couple of affirmation cards to help you through this energy. The first one I got was timing. I have a great sense of time and timing. Be punctual and present with those you interact with. Know that what you do and say, and make sure that you know when to do it. Be like a cat, knowing when to wait perfectly and then springing into action. So, timing is going to be a really big key and really trusting your gut and your guides on that moving forward. The second card I got, this is the goddess of the new. So you're stepping into a new energy after going through some of these emotional things that you're going to get through. Okay. I love and accept myself as a unique individual. Use this gift when it seems that you are not being accepted for any reason, but especially if it is because you are different from other people because you want to be different. You do not need the acceptance of ignorant or intolerant people. I think that's where I got those shells from. Okay. You cannot change anyone else. Don't waste your time on them. What you do need is to love and accept yourself for being a good person. Don't get in the mud with the pigs. Walk away, trust your timing, and focus on self-nurturing and self-care. If you're having a dark night of the soul, know that it's from the energy in your environment, and it's a chance for you to come from a more calm, centered place and walk away from what no longer serves you. That's that 8 of Cups energy. Okay. I hope that's helpful get through. I know you'll get through it because you have before. That's what one of your guys just said. Your name is powerful. So you have the strength to persevere. Okay. Sending you lots of love.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. And KK, I know you are here. And then Garnet will be last. And so we have just two more. And KK wants to know, can I get a message around my current career, please? Okay, so KK, what I got for you, the first card is the ego card. And this is the same as the devil card in this deck. Okay, but I love what it says in the first sentence here. It says, you may feel that you're trapped in your situation. So I think that's why you've asked this question, because I think that it is that you are feeling that you are trapped. The rest of it says, but that's not true. Be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth and break free of negative thinking. So if you want, you can, you know, make your career better than it has been by just bringing on in positive affirmations, positivity, positive vibrations, bringing that into your job. And I really think that that can help. You definitely felt being trapped. Yep. And that's again the here's the meditation card that Michelle was talking about in this deck. It does have the blindfolds and the crossed swords there as well. So this may just be that you're at an impasse. You're not sure if you want to stay with the job or um, go with something else. And you could just take down the blindfolds, meditate, and then take down the blindfold and really go with your gut decision, like I was telling Lisa. Um, but then I've got the Seven of Pentacles. So that makes me think that if you would wait a little bit and have a little bit of patience, that things can get better in your current career. So I think that that is the message that I'm seeing through the cards. So let me get you one more here. And you got Ascension. Yeah, ascending above and then looking down at what is really happening, maybe stepping back some. And because when we're in the middle of the situation is easy to feel lots of emotions. Step back and look at it from a distance and really see what it is that you need to do and what would be best for you in the long run. What's going to bring out your happiness and your least resist. What's the word for it? What I'm trying to say, the path of least resistance. Okay, so that's what I got for you, KK. I hope that resonates. And it says, I'll definitely sit and still and meditate on it. Great. I keep seeing bald eagles, and I feel like I need to shift my perspective. Right. Right. I think of bald eagles, I think of freedom. So, and just making sure that you're making your own decisions and you're not feeling trapped, that you're doing what is best for you. But I think you can make it work as well there. So that's what I got. All right. So last question, and it is Garnet.
Okay.
Question information I'm waiting on. Will it turn out favorable?
Okay. I got a yes card. Okay. But this is my card of childlike joy. This is the same as the Six of Cups. It's also the card of the past, things that made us happy. It's kind of like the like playing outside and coming in for a hot bowl of macaroni and cheese, or like tomato basil soup with like grilled cheese. You know, it's like those moments of, or like you see all of your friends' bikes in the yard, and you know, oh my gosh, that's where everybody's at. You know, it's little great memories like that. They're saying you can benefit with time spent with younger people because it will your beliefs about um, your memories of childhood of friends and family. There needs to be some healing there. One of your guides literally said, "Lighten up, make some more time for fun, be as open and optimistic as a child." And you can meet someone with a similar upbringing or background because of that, and it'll bring a lot of love and light into your life. Okay, so okay, one of them just said, "You can find true love if you display the wisdom of years and the innocence of youth." And so I pulled this joy card and went, "That's fantastic." So regarding the situation that you're talking about, I went to my fairy cards and I got some good ones. The first one I got was a bright future can be manifested with teamwork. I got the Two of Spring. So hard work, creativity, partnering with others who share your dreams, great progress being made. So you can see the two fairies, they're both pulling the boat and getting it ready to go out into the water. So if you're going to go out and do some, fun spring things, make sure to have someone else go with you and enjoy the experience together. Then I got that you're going to be stepping into a period of renewal. Okay. Review the past is the same as the judgment card. Review the past and present so you can plan a bright new future, understanding your life purpose, releasing judgments of yourself and others. When I pulled this card and I saw the older sage surrounded by all of the nature spirits and the elves there and the bluebirds and the animals, is he's literally taking out time to reflect on the past and make changes and release judgments. And when I picked this up, it said there's something about your childhood that could be released by having this energy come in. Okay. Then I got the 7 of summer. No more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from over analyzing the many options that are coming your way. So as you step into what I'm seeing as this childlike joy, this new energy, make sure not to procrastinate or allow it to kind of carry you away. All right. So maintain that innocence, have fun, but at the same time, don't allow any confusion in, because it can steer you in the wrong direction. Okay. I got 2 cards for you for my art of affirmations. The first one: I am an oracle. An oracle is aware of the subtle voices and symbols that reveal the messages that guide us. I breathe in the trust that I follow my intuition. I am filled with the wisdom of my higher self. I breathe out doubt that answers will come to me. Excuse me. So, all right. So I sneeze. What does that tell me? Basically, that you might have some little flashes of intuition that come through, and they can be as quick as a sneeze. Pay attention to those little signs and symbols and hunches as they come through, and because those are your guides basically giving you little tidbits as you do some of the child work that I see. And then I got I am a child. So that seems to be a very big theme around your reading, Garnet. The child you were still lives within you and needs to play and feel secure. I breathe in the innocence of a child's mind and that sees all things as if it were the first time. I am filled with childlike joy and a zest for life. I breathe out the illusion of age. So when I picked this card here, the renewal card, this is an older man, but he's surrounded by all of these youthful childlike spirits. And so allowing that energy into your life will help you make better judgments. Okay. And help you kind of release harsh judgments that were put on the child within for you. Okay. So I can see some work being done in that department, and I'm excited to see how that manifests for you. And okay. All right. Great. So that's just your guides saying that tap into that energy, have a little fun, and nurture that inner child, because that's what they're offering you right now. Okay, Garnet? Sending you love, hun.
All right. Thank you, Michelle Marie. And I want to thank you so much for coming and doing all these questions with me. And I thank everybody in chat for just being here. And thank you all for your questions and donations, and for the ones that stayed through the almost 2 hours. I really appreciate you guys and having so much patience with me as I'm steering everything. So thank you, Michelle. I appreciate you more than you know, and you're wonderful. And what have you got coming up next?
Oh, we have Heather on the show next week, so I'm excited to read
Oh,
with
yay.
her. Yeah, Indigo
Okay.
Jaguar. And then we have, I believe, is it Gerald? I think. And then we have Ginger. And then, yeah, I'm booked all the way out through May. So I'm really excited to have some guests on. And then,
Awesome.
yeah. So it'll be a lot of fun.
All right. Okay, and I have Mark, the Spirit Whisperer, coming for the first time tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So that'll be Eastern Standard Time. So if I'm not on tonight, no, I'll be on tomorrow. I'm a little sleepy, so I might skip tonight, but you know me, who knows? So I will talk to you guys soon and see you soon. Lots of blessings and love to everybody.